On June 29, the Church celebrates the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul to honor the two great apostles, Peter and Paul. Saint Peter, one of the 12 and the chief, the apostles, the rock upon which Christ built his church, and Saint Paul, called to be an apostle, set apart for the gospel of God, an apostle to the Gentiles. Together they are honored as founders of the Church of Rome, having been separately martyred there during the reign of Emperor Nero. Here are 6 things to know and share about these incredible saints. Let's talk about Saint Peter first. First, Saint Peter's name was originally Simon. He was a fisherman of Galilee. Second, he was one of the 12 apostles. His brother Andrew introduced him to Jesus. Third, Saint Peter struggled with doubt and human weakness, yet Jesus still chose him. Fourth, Saint Peter was the 5th Pope. The Catholic Church can trace the succession of every pope back to Saint Peter. Fifth, the Acts of Apostles illustrate his role as the Church's head, the rock upon which Christ would build his church. Sixth, he died by crucifixion. Tradition says he requested an upside-down crucifixion because he considered himself unworthy to die the way Jesus did. St. Peter's Basilica is built in his thumb. And here are 6 things to know about St. Paul. First, before receiving the name Paul, he was Saul, a Jewish Pharisee who zealously persecuted Christians in Jerusalem. Second, he underwent a huge conversion on his way to persecute Christians in Damascus. He was initially a persecutor of Christians on the road to Damascus. The experience led to his conversion, baptism in Damascus, and subsequent dedication. Third, Saint Paul was imprisoned and beheaded under Emperor Nero. Fourth, Saint Paul the Apostle is a prominent writer of the New Testament and a significant figure in Catholic tradition. His writings shed light on the faith of the early Church. Fifth, he is buried in Rome in the Basilica of Saint Paul outside the walls. Sixth, Saint Paul is the patron saint of missionaries and evangelists. As Saint Augustine said, both apostles share the same feast day, for these two were one. And even though they suffered on different days, they were as one. Peter went first and Paul followed. And so we celebrate this day made holy for us by the apostles' blood. Us embrace what they believe, their life, their labors, their sufferings, their preaching, and their confession of faith.